Precisely 4 days ago, I warned you guys about this. And the response I got when I made this video was, oh, you're a professional fraudster. Oh, you're just trying to crash Bitcoin. No. There was clearly an abundance of evidence presented in front of us to tell us this was going to happen. And I'm telling you guys, it's going to keep happening. I'm gonna present with you guys some more evidence, okay? Some more evidence to show you that Q4 of this year, Q4 is going to be bearish. I'm not saying it's gloom and doom. I'm not saying it's going to be dead, because I'm going to give you the other side of the spectrum. I'll give you a little bit of a glimpse right now. I know for a fact some of your really big DeFi, some of your really big good crypto projects are holding off until after the election, potentially until Q1 next year, as we let a lot of this simmer down and we get through elections, okay? So, I mean, this is not gloom and doom, but I'm just going to tell you, Q4 will not be as exciting, okay, as the rest of this year was, but that's not a bad thing. But let's get into how crazy Q4 is about to get. 4 days ago, right here, as you can see, go watch this video if you haven't seen it yet, is the day I told you the US was starting their strike. I also said in that video this strike was going to be international, okay, and the international strike has happened, okay, so go watch that video and see what I'm talking about. But also, make sure you subscribe to this channel. YouTube hates this kind of content, so please smash subscribe so you can smack them in the heads and tell them to quit with the shadow banning bullcrap. But let's jump straight into the price of Bitcoin. Right now, there's a lot of people that are blaming the price dip of Bitcoin that has just happened within the past few hours on this news right here. The FCA bans crypto derivatives for retail consumers in UK. So basically all the leverage trading platforms, Bybit, Femex, all that, if you're in the UK, PrimeXBT, bye-bye, they're gone. But actually that's not the reason why the price of Bitcoin right now was taking a dip. We're gonna get back to this here in a second. This is really relevant information. The main reason why we're seeing a price dip right now when it comes to the price of Bitcoin is this bad boy right here. Let me get my screens corrected. Stocks drop, Dow down over 300 points as Trump halts stimulus talks. That is the reason why right now we are seeing the price of Bitcoin do this. Unfortunately, we are very, very coupled. We actually had a few moments where we kind of decoupled in action, but it's just not sustaining. We keep trying to get away, then we lock back up. And right now, that is what we're experiencing, is we are kind of caught in a political war. Now, that being said, this is your example of what's happening right now and why you're actually seeing a lot of your really good stuff like DeFi is actually letting the ether fizzle down just a little bit. And then, because DeFi can actually pump the shit out of the market. But right now, everyone is just sitting back and waiting, seeing what happens with the election, and also letting this kind of shit right here play out. This is pretty damaging stuff. This is going to hurt influencers. This is going to hurt people. This is going to hurt traders. You see, the thing, if you read carefully about this, it says retail consumers. So, I mean, if you're considered what you can call an accredited investor, a venture capitalist institution, somewhere amongst, where you're above the normal person, you're good to go. But this right here impacts all your generic, normal human beings from playing with crypto in the UK. And I'm telling you what, this is something that you're going to see happen around the world. You got to remember, the U.S. government is going after BitMEX, and they're going after BitMEX for various violations, including money laundering, failure of KYC, so on and so forth. John McAfee, he's being targeted right now by the SEC. If you actually open it up every single day, somewhere in the news, you will find that the U.S. government or some other government is targeting some sort of a Bitcoin or cryptocurrency related person or entities. The shit's getting real, guys. Shit is getting real. Now, this, I have a feeling, is going to play out for the rest of the year. Here in the U.S. especially, if you ever look, like, historically, whenever the U.S. government or any kind of governments are really tightened down on crypto, it always happens on Q4. Look at 2017 when they went against all the Ponzi schemes. It's always Q4. Q4 is when you can definitely count on this kind of action, which is why I've been bringing the attention to it. I don't know why Q4 is special. Maybe someone who watches this channel is familiar with how that kind of stuff works, government, law enforcement. Maybe someone can shed some light on that in the comment section. But seeing now that there is a ban, seeing now that the U.S. government is going after BitMEX, I have a feeling as time goes on through Q4, the tightening, the cracking, the hammer, whatever you say, it's going to get heavier, it's going to get worse, it's going to get more severe. Now, should you be scared? Should you be concerned? Is this the death of Bitcoin? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You got to remember, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, we've gone through this before. This is not the first rodeo. If anything, it's like a normal Saturday for us. It really is. You know what I mean? Like we have all this trading time and all of a sudden this is our weekend and things don't go right. And we're like, hey, you know what? We'll start over next week. We'll make it better. This right here is normal for us. I'm not concerned. I do think Q4 is going to suck. I don't think it's going to be as exciting as the previous quarters. I do believe though, after elections and then when Q1 does get here, I do suspect that all the good projects that are sidelining right now, a lot of the DeFi projects that are holding back their heavy trading activity right now, will relight that fire in Q1. Now, here's something that's got a complete opposite spectrum. So we have the US government, we have the UK government, we have even the Indian government. I mean, we have all kinds of governments cracking down on crypto, putting the foot down, getting in the way, trying to be inconvenient. And then we have this. We have this freaking entity right here, China, okay, of all places on earth. China. New Bitcoin addresses hit 2-year high after China advertises crypto. China advertises crypto, and no, this is not a joke. This actually happened. They put a commercial out where they kind of advertised crypto, and the response to that is that people got interested. People went in there and said, this is interesting. Let me go in there and get set up. So in a nutshell, that's a curveball bullish news right there. Curveball bullish news. What is the agenda? You got to remember, the Chinese government doesn't do this accidentally. They don't do this without a purpose. I'm wondering if what they're seeing right now, hang on a second. We are cracking down. Everyone wants to run to the different parts of the world. They crack down. Now they don't have a safe haven. Why don't we be the safe haven? Why don't we be the country that opens our doors to crypto? I have a feeling that might be the narrative, because that is going to earn them a whole new kind of community. It's going to earn them a whole new kind of technology. I don't know. This is very interesting. It's a curveball. It's a freaking curveball, but I'm not complaining. Not complaining at all. I mean, I wish we'd see more governments do stuff like this, which is not going to happen. I know China has its own agenda, but yeah, this is pretty bullish news. Now, to keep up with bullish news, MetaMask gets into the decentralized exchange aggregation business with token swaps. So that means your MetaMask wallet has a new feature, right? Announced a new feature Tuesday, token swaps directly within the popular Ethereum browser extension and mobile application. So this, in my opinion, that's really bullish, because this shows that a lot of the DeFi realm, right, decentralized finance, it's going strong. It's not going away. It's going to continue to get bigger and bigger. So when you see entities like this, MetaMask, making it more convenient, it makes you wonder though, how competitive is this going to be with something such as, say, Uniswap? Right? Is this going to play a threat against a thing like Uniswap or other platforms like it? I'm really curious. So I haven't got my hands on it. I can't wait to try it out. I think this is really exciting. But again, this kind of stuff right here is bullish news. Now, I want to share with you guys something. This was actually sponsored. This next segment is sponsored. They actually had a team member reach out to me, and I thought, before I talk about this, I'm going to evaluate this shit, because there's a lot of stuff out there that's garbage right now. Now, Radix, I got to say, I'm impressed. You guys know I'm heavy in the DeFi space, okay? So I'm doing extensive research right now on Radix, and I want to extract some of the really big points. They also have a token sale coming up 2 days from now, okay? So this is pretty interesting, so I'm going to try to get this information out. Like, I'm going to do a more detailed follow-up as far as making this make sense to you, because this being a DeFi solution, okay, Radix being a DeFi solution, there's a lot of moving parts in this. There's a lot of complex parts in this. But let's just say this to keep it very, very simple. They have come up with a solution that can allow affordability and scalability within the DeFi realm. And that right there is huge, because you got to think about this. As we get more growth in DeFi, it gets more unaffordable. That's just the bottom line. That's just the model. That's because of the technology behind DeFi. These guys are bringing a really interesting approach and solution to solve this problem. So here's what I'd like for you guys, because I know I have a lot of people in my audience who get very interested in content or things like this, opportunities like this. In the comments section down below, hit me with questions, things that you want to know about it, and hopefully me giving you some answers will help with your, basically do your own research, DOIR. So yeah, shoot your questions down below and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Now this next one is not sponsored. The reason I'm bringing this one up is it's called Anantha, and I have been seeing this one brought up in various trading groups and various discussions. This is interesting. It's kind of, kind of somewhat refreshing, kind of not. But this is Project Nanta is a DeFi ecosystem that feeds rewards in the form of native tokens directly back to participants, providing a self-sustaining universal basic income. Now, there's a lot to unpackage with this one. Now, the thing that's making me share this with you guys is the amount of people I'm seeing talking about it, the amount of discussions I'm seeing around it. Maybe it's the universal income part that's attracting people, but this actually kind of came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. And a lot of your DeFi and if your heavy hitting trading groups, this is becoming a big discussion piece. So this is kind of like a blind side. Usually when I see big discussion pieces happen, they start in the retail forums first. This did not start in retail forums. This has started in trading forums first. So that to me makes this interesting. And again, it's one of those things to where, the first ones to find out usually have the most advantage. I have not invested in any of this. I haven't hit the waiting list. I haven't done nothing. I actually found out about this about an hour before this video, and I'm sharing it with you guys. So as you guys learn, I will learn also. But listen, that is all I have for today. Listen, I'm telling you, quarter 4 may not be as exciting. We're going to see more government crackdown. We're going to see more craziness. We're going to see more lawsuits and prosecutions and charges, and hell, I might even see someone go to jail for something this year. I'm telling you, it's getting kind of crazy. It doesn't scare me in the sense that I don't think this is gloom and doom. This is not gloom and doom. Quarter 4 is just simply not going to be as exciting as the rest of the year was. It's not a bad thing because there's a lot of big projects, a lot of heavy hitters that are in the pipeline that are just waiting for the election and also waiting to get into quarter 1. So listen, guys, that's all I have for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.